Hello, and welcome back to another awaited episode of the GIIS podcast, the Smartcast. I am Nitya, and I will be the host for today's episode. Today, we are honored to have with us the fantabulous Abha Gokhale. She has scored straight 9 A's. Abha is dedicated and has a positive attitude with her studies, which her wondrous academic record shows. Apart from 9 A's, she has also completed an online course in mathematics from Stanford Pre-Collegiate Studies back in ninth grade. She achieved an A with an overall of 95%. Not only this, but she has also completed two courses from Harvard University in molecular and cellular biology and another in neuroscience. She has consistently participated in SOF Olympiads and has been consistently ranked in the top 3 for the school. And once, she was ranked second for the English Olympiad internationally. Her co-curricular records include winning the GIIS LEAP story writing competition, performing for Prime Minister Modi's ceremony when he came to Singapore, and she also performed at a festival in Lithuania. Welcome, Abha. Let us jump right into the questions. Were these the results you expected? And what was your reaction to these fabulous scores?
I was actually trying not to expect any sort of scores, so I would be happy with whatever came, especially because our boards got cancelled and there was an entirely new formula for how our grades were going to be decided. It could go either way. So I was just trying not to expect anything so I wouldn't be too disappointed or too happy. But when I did find out, I was just floating on cloud nine. I was so happy. I had to like double check and triple check to make sure that those really were A stars that I was looking at. And I was just so many people called to congratulate me and even messaged to congratulate me. And I was very thankful because of that. That I have so many people who care and so many people who've played a part in this journey of mine.
Wow, I'm sure that you must have been really happy with your achievement. I'm sure everyone would want to know how you prepared for the exams. Please let us know the secrets of your achievement.
I do not think there's too many big secrets that I have, but I think one thing that I did that maybe not too many others did is that anytime I went wrong in a question, whether it was in class or when I was practicing a past paper or even on any of the school exams, I always noted down where I went wrong and what the correct answer was and created these big documents that had information over every single time I've ever gone wrong in a question so that at least I will not make the same mistake twice.
Because of your diligent nature, you were able to pave the road to success. Everyone has an idol in their life. Who all do you think played an integral part in your success? And what role was played by your parents and teachers?
I think my parents and teachers played the most integral role here. My teachers, of course, taught me, and I would never have been able to get these A stars without them. They were always there to encourage me, always there to answer my questions. They were always there to give me feedback on my answers. And definitely, sometimes when I didn't do too well on my exams, they still did not berate me for it because they had the trust that I would work hard to do better next time. And because of that, I felt less pressure on myself. And the trust that they had, the faith that they had that I could do it, that really encouraged me more than anything. And the same goes for my parents because they told me not to stress and that as long as I've done my best, that's what matters. So because of that, I had less pressure on myself and I'm very grateful for that.
Parents and teachers are the role models in life. What do you think your strengths and weaknesses are? And how did you manage to overcome them?
I think my main strength is probably my diligence, the discipline I have. Maybe unlike some other students, I do pay attention in all my classes and finish all my homework. And I think that really is very important and a lot more important than people give it credit for. So I think because of that, that probably helped me study on time, do my work on time, and therefore all the knowledge got ingrained in my head. Weakness would probably be procrastination. I think everyone is a everyone succumbs to procrastination, and I am no exception. What I did to try to overcome that is to set screen time limits on my phone so that I wouldn't spend longer than, say, 15 minutes on YouTube. A couple of times I even set reminders on my phone so that, like, half an hour after that, I'd get a notification saying, Abha, if you're still on YouTube, I'm disappointed in you. Then that would force me to go back to work.
Oh, even I procrastinate a lot. I will definitely learn from you. Since you manage to not only find an excellent balance between your extracurriculars and academics, but also produce impeccable scores, how did you manage to do this?
Thank you so much. I think discipline again here makes a big difference. If there's a certain amount of time you dedicate every day or every week, then you always spend that time doing what you decided to do. The only times I would find an exception to this is when I am truly falling behind on something. So, for example, if I'm really close to my exams and I haven't completed studying the syllabus yet, then maybe I would sacrifice some time that I would have spent reading or dancing. I would spend that time studying instead. But those would be the only exceptions.
Very rightly said. Discipline is indeed very important in life to achieve your dreams. And now the question which nearly everyone needs a solution for. Were there ever times where you felt like giving up because of the stress? If so, how did you deal with that?
I think giving up was never so much an option, but definitely because of the stress, sometimes I felt that would I be able to do it at all? But thankfully, my parents were always there to say that it doesn't matter whether or not you get 9 A stars so much as if you've put in the work for it. But when you are that stressed, it's very hard to complete your work. And I think, therefore, everyone just needs some form of catharsis. I think just crying it out is honestly the best option. Once you've stressed for like an hour, you cannot. You just realize that all of that, anything you're thinking, is nonsense, and you can just get back to work.
Oh, yeah. I think stress management is also an important aspect in achieving your goals. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
So I think since I've only just started IB, there's probably a lot that could change, and what I'm thinking I will be doing now what is not what I may be doing in the future. But currently, I think in 10 years I should have completed my master's degree and hopefully preparing to start my PhD because I wish to do my PhD. But if that changes, then as long as I'm studying what I want to be studying and I'm studying hard, then I think that's what matters.
I'm glad to know that your future is well thought out. The last thing I would like to ask you on behalf of all of us here at GIS is that what advice would you give us?
I would just say that paying attention in class and doing your homework is honestly very, very effective. And like I said, a lot more effective than people think it is, because it really helps you revise and therefore it really gets ingrained in your long-term memory. Having that kind of discipline just is better than anything else.
Thank you, Abha. All of us here are inspired by you, and a great thanks to all of you for listening to the GIIS podcast, the Smartcast. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below, and be sure to follow us on SoundCloud/GIIS Smartcast. If you have any suggestions for future podcasts, please do write to us. And with this note, this is Nitya signing off.